Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I think it's actually a really fun review, a pen I wanted to have a look at for quite a while and was really glad to get one. The pen is from Sean Design and this is a Philadelphia based company in the US, go the Phillies, and Ian Sean is the founder and designer and all of that of the company, and he was very nice to send me out one of these to review. This is the Sean Design Pocket 6. This is how it comes packaged. I love this packaging. I think it's really simple and elegant. When you open it up and you're revealed with the pen there, I think it's great. I've had this pen for a number of weeks now and I've been using it non-stop. In fact, this pen has been in my pocket for about the last 3 weeks. More than that probably. So really love this pen, and I've gone through, I'm now on my third ink cartridge. It is a cartridge only pen, and as you can see, it's not the biggest pen, but what makes this pen unique is also in the pen's title. It's called the Pocket 6, and it's called the Pocket 6 for a reason. When you open the pen up, you're revealed with a number 6 size nib, which for a pen of this size is incredibly unique. So let's talk about a few things with the pen. Firstly, this is an anodized aluminium finish. This is the black version. There are a bucket load of different finishes, both aluminium and brass, different sort of straight sort of colors, as well as some fun patterned ones. And I think he does the pen show circuit in the US, sort of showing a range of those off as he goes. The pen, as you can see, is small. It's a pocket pen. It's designed to fit in your pocket comfortably, happily, and it's built with a material that is rugged enough, if not entirely resilient, rugged enough to withstand the abuse thrown at it by being a pocket pen. The pen, as you can see, has a sort of simple rounded top on the cap. It's a straight cylindrical pen. You've got these 2 rings, one of which is where the cap unscrews, the second one there, and then it comes down cylindrical once again to these screws on the end and a flat bottom. These threads here are designed for posting the pen. So when it is in this form, the pen is roughly 90 millimeters, which is tiny. But what's nice is that when it opens up and then you screw it together, you actually get a pen that is 132 millimeters and therefore is actually a really nice length for holding in the hand. Not a big pen, but a nice size. The section here goes from 10 at the widest point to 8 millimeters roughly at the narrowest point. So it's not a big section. And this is the plain steel, aluminium, silver section. You can also get a black section or the brass section. This pen weighs 15 grams and the brass version weighs about 39. So, you know, obviously a lot more weight in brass than there is in anodized aluminium. So at this, the pen at its sort of standard point is about 13 millimeters. So it's not a huge pen, but it is very comfortable. And because of that pocket element of the pen, you actually get something that actually fits so nicely in your hand that it really is a joy to carry and a joy to use. I have loved using this pen, as I said. Now, as I said, it's a number 6 size nib, and that means that it is, you can get Bock or Jowo, and you can get both of those from Sean Design when you order the pen, and they come in a range from extra fine through to 1.5, depending on the brand you get. This one has a Bock on it, and you'll see how it writes in just a second. This is the first fountain pen from that Ian has produced, and I think it's actually a really wonderful first fountain pen. He had done a couple of ballpoint pens in a similar sort of style, and coming out with a fountain pen like this was actually a really great move. So as I said, it unscrews there. So there is a tiny little sort of step down and some bare threads there, but they are not uncomfortable. They're not sharp. You do feel them, but they're not sort of uncomfortable to hold. You unscrew to reveal the cartridge. As I said, it's cartridge only. It is a very small pen. Like, you know, you're not going to get much more in there than what the cartridge that will fit in there. You can use like one of those Kaweco squeeze converters or something like that, but you know, I think for ease of use, a cartridge, you can refill the cartridge if you want. I've got a bunch of cartridges that I just throw one in. At the moment, it's got a Diamine Oxford Blue in there, which is my favourite ink of all. Unposted, the pen is just too small to use. So, like, my daughter, who's 8, can use it, but, you know, any sort of adult hand might find this to be just a little bit sort of too small. Take the cap off, write, like, a couple of sentences with it, sure, but, you know, like, for anything more than ticking off things on a shopping list, it might just be a bit too small for most people. So what comes with the package is I showed you the packaging. You also get some like little business cards with a bit of information, which I'll just show because it's good for you to sort of be able to go and check him out online and on Instagram and all of that, and sort of get the information that you need as well. Because I think these are pens that are worth looking at, worth getting, and worth a company worth supporting. What you also get is this notebook, which is just a little wider than a Field Notes notebook, 3.75 as opposed to 3.5 inches wide, 5.5, 64 pages of the number 70 paper stock from Wright notepads, born in Baltimore, made in America, nicely branded. It'll break in nicely. It's like a sewn and glued binding. It's got nice creases to allow it to open up. It doesn't sit flat, straight out, but you could definitely get it to sit flat. I haven't used this notebook yet other than doing ink tests, just to see what the paper's like. So it had the Moonman T1 with Color Traveler, Kuro Battleship, Road Trip from Standard Bindery, and a Diplomat Excellence, Dark Lilac from Lamy. There's no sort of real sheen there coming up from that ink, with Oxford Blue in this pen, and Diamine Pumpkin in Parker Duofold. And on the reverse, you can see almost nothing, almost no ghosting. Like a little bit of the pumpkin comes through, but not really much else. So it performs really, really well. These can be purchased for $3 each through the website, or you get one with each pen that you purchase. So something to think about. So as you can probably tell from the review so far, I'm quite a fan of this pen. The design, the size, the durability. The finish does get some marks. It does like chip a little bit, but that is anodized aluminium. That's going to happen. It is a metal pen, so you can't eyedropper it, but it does remind us a lot of the Moonman Wonkai Mini, which has of course, a smaller nib on it, which can be eyedroppered because it is like plastic, but they are similar pens. Another pocket pen, just for comparison, is the Kaweco Sport. So you can see there how it compares in terms of size, posted or capped. And then if we just do if we just post them very quickly to their sort of writing size, you can see that they are quite, I'll just move that into frame. They are quite sort of comparable in terms of size, which, so you sort of know what you're gonna get now with this pen. And just for the sake of the exercise, here it is alongside a capped Lamy Safari, and then an uncapped Lamy Safari. So it is not a small pen when it is posted. It is perfectly writable. Like if you can write with the Lamy Safari, then you can write with the Shondesign Pocket 6. Okay, let's do a writing sample, and then we'll talk about what I like and what I don't like. Here we have this is Clairefontaine paper, and what we have here is the Shondesign Pocket 6. This is a Bock steel medium nib. Nice nib, nice pen, writes, as you can see, like it writes well. It had been uncapped, it had been played around with, it had been sitting there for a little bit, started up straight away, which is really nice. It's not the wettest pen, but it does certainly, oh, that's terrible writing, I'm very sorry. It does certainly sort of keep up, and oh, that was just bad nib alignment. Like, no issues, absolutely fine. In terms of wetness, like, it's fine. It's just not the wettest. It is smooth. There's a little bit of feedback on it, but it is certainly a smooth nib. And I'll just do a couple of right-handed squiggles for you. Terrible writing, bad nib alignment, all that sort of stuff. But it writes, and it writes very, very well. Reverse writing. Scratchy, but possible. Softness of the nib, no. You can let a little bit more ink down, but you are definitely not getting flex. So look, as you can see, this pen writes beautifully, it's comfortable in the hand, it performs well, it does everything that you expect a pocket pen to do. It's reliable, it'll write first time every time you pick it up. It's durable, like because of the metal finish, you can put this in your pocket with your keys. Yes, it will get scratched up, and yes, it'll lose a certain amount of its pristine quality, but isn't that part of the thing with a pocket pen? You know, we don't necessarily always want the perfect, undamaged pen. If you want something like that, there are other pens you can get. This one will, even the brass finish would be wonderful of this pen, but this is a beautiful pocket pen. It's light, as I said, it's durable. It's got a really good nib, a decent sort of feed on it. I think this is a really, really great pen. Are there cons? Yes, there are. It can't take a converter. That is an issue. For me, I can get around that. I don't mind using cartridges. I don't mind refilling them. It does still mean you can have whatever ink you want in there. And for an everyday writer, something like an Oxford Blue or something like that is probably something you're going to want to go for anyway. And a lot of those inks are available in cartridge form if that's what you decide you would like to use. Yeah, not taking a converter could be an issue. A couple of things like, chipping on the material. If that's something that is a problem for you, then that's something you might need to think about. It is a small pen, like the section at 8mm is on the narrow side, but you don't feel it as being small. And I certainly don't feel like I'm pinching down on the grip or anything like that. It still feels very comfortable. The other issue, of course, there are some issues of sort of availability. They're not yet particularly widely available, but you can get them through the Sean Design website, and as I said, pen shows and things like that. He is very active. The price. Now this is $118. This version of the pen is $118. So it's not the cheapest pen. And when you compare it to other pocket pens, you are paying an excess, but you are getting a very different product. You're getting something that is a number 6 nib. You are getting something that is hand designed, engineered, all those sorts of things. So it is a unique product, and it's not a massive, multinational, mass-produced item. This is one guy basically, doing these on his own, and I think they're really great. So if this is a pen you're interested in, check out the website, check out, a couple of other reviews. I think it's a really interesting pen, and certainly for its use, for that pocket purpose, sitting there ready to go, I think it's a really, really great option. So this was the Sean Design Pocket 6 fountain pen. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button if you want to stay up to date with the videos that I produce. Please feel free to get in touch using any of the platforms listed below. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at @the_offstage_me, or you can contact me on any of my videos here, or drop me an email which is listed down below. Please feel free to get in touch if you've got questions, or if there's a way you'd like to support the channel, get in touch and let's see what we can do. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy writing, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you again soon.